What is the first thing you need to do after you go to college? What is so much important? What you should do? You need to know what is NCC, what is NSO, what is NSS, which one to pick. You take a note of this, ask the orientation and start going for the trials. Map your first year in the first month itself. No, in college no one will handhold you. You have got a seat in JoSAA first round and you have frozen your choices. Now is that good enough? Is that good enough for your first year? Or is that good enough for your admission? Is that good enough for your career? So the answer is no. And we are going to look in this video that what is so much important, what you should do in your first year to have a really good career growth, really good first year in your college. Because how you achieve things in your first year is going to determine your GPA for the entire 4 years, and your GPA is going to determine how you will do in first few years of your professional career. So today we are going to look into all of that detail. So once the JoSAA, like the first round of JoSAA is already done. So I hope if you are already happy with your seat, you can do the seat acceptance and you can also pay the fees, whatever the fees is. After that round 1, you have to upload the online documents. You might have to upload your mark sheets or the caste certificate, whatever the documents, Aadhaar card, photos. Now I guess most of the students already will be doing that, and then after that they have to physically report. They all are doing that. But in today's video we are going to look that what need to be done after that. What is the first thing you need to do after you go to college? Whether it is just attending the orientation seminar, get a hostel room, buy bucket and mattress, is that enough? No. You need to plan your first year from the beginning. You need to know what is NCC, what is NSO, what is NSS, which one to pick, because they will also have credit for your GPA. They will have impact to build up your profile when you sit for placement after 4 years. Once that basic process is done, then you have to do the fee payment. So once the fee payment process is done, yes, you get a seat at your desired college. But what next? So all of you will get a certain reporting date. You will get the date for the orientation program, which will happen at IIT or NIT, whichever college you have got the seat for. So as soon as you go for the joining day, I will suggest you few tips which will going to make your first year really great. So the first thing is you get in touch with the warden office, see which hostel you have got, which room number you have got. Now all this is a very basic process, all of you might be knowing that, but why I am saying this? Because all these things need to be done immediately so that you can focus on the important things we are going to talk next. So first of all, go to the warden office, get your room, get settled in quickly. Alright, you can have an inspection of the room, and so in fact if you report early and your room has an issue, let's say your room has an issue with the wall or something, in fact you can go and request the warden to change the room as well. But it will only happen if you do it earliest. Let's say if all the rooms are filled, then you are getting that, no, you cannot change it. So report well on time, see if the rooms are okay or not. If you make some requests, sometime they will take up your request if there is a real issue with the room, and you can also ask for the room changes as well. They might not do hostel change, but room change is possible. So number 1, get settled over there, get a mattress, a bucket, basic amenities, whatever is required. So all that is very important. Now once you are settled with all of that and orientation is over, the most important thing is in your first year is going to be whether you are going to pick up NCC, NSS or NSO. Okay, there's a mistake over here from our side. It's not NSA, it's NSO basically. So I'll talk about what is this NCC, NSS and NSO. Now NCC, NSS or NSO, they are compulsory part of your first year curriculum. In fact, they will have a certain credit and you need to pass that course to finish your first year as well, along with your other academic courses. So this will be common no matter whether you go to IIT, NIT, they will have these 3 options for you. So NCC is basically the student wing of armed forces. So they will be like National Cadet Corps. So they will have NCC for Army, Air Force, Navy, etc. Similarly, NSS is for the National Service Scheme. So in NSS, what happens if you take NSS for the first year, then you have to go to the nearby villages, you have to help out the underprivileged kids, maybe teach them. It's basically doing some kind of social service. And NSO is basically the sports club. So Sports club means you have to go and get a trial for the badminton team or basketball team, whatever sports you are interested in. So it's very important that you choose this very, very wisely. Now, why I said that you finish your hostel work early? Because as soon as your orientation, your reporting happens, NSO is, I'll say, more preferred compared to NCC and NSS, and it gets filled very fast. So what will happen? A lot of trials will happen. For example, let's say I have taken admission at IIT Madras. Now IIT Madras have 20 different sports, like it have football, cricket, athletics, swimming team, weightlifting, table tennis. Now for NSO there will be some kind of trials, but the thing is all that trial will get over in the first few days. So if you are totally clueless, if you do not have any idea that you have to do this, believe me, your opportunity to go for NSO will just go away. So that is why it's important that you finish the basic settling in early, so that if you are interested in NSO, you go for the trials immediately. You ask immediately at the time of orientation that where will be the NSO trials. Immediately go for that, because later on you will not get that opportunity. Once you miss it, it's missed completely. Compared to that, NCC and NSS, there is no, most of the time there are no limits, or even if there are limits, they generally take a bigger number of students for NCC and NSS. So it's not like you will not get either of the three. Like they have designed in such a way that you might not get NSO or NSS, but NCC will pakka get for sure. But the thing is, if you are someone who is very bad with parades, the morning routine, you do not want to go for the special camp. So in NCC they'll have special camps during your first winter vacation in the month of December. They'll take you to a jungle or to a remote village where you have to like have a life like how the army people will live. So few people have it pretty tough, although I'll say it's also good experience. But if you are not meant for that, maybe in that case ensure that you take NSO or NSS. So this is, I'll say, is one of the most important thing that you need to pick in your first year, because this will determine how good your first year goes. So ensure that you take a note of this, ask the orientation and start going for the trials. Because if you do not settle in your hostel first, and rather than going for trials you are going to buy a bucket, then this opportunity will be gone. So be mindful what you want and you actually act for it. So once the orientation seminar will happen, in fact they will be telling you about the basic procedures, about hostel guidelines. Now most of the hostel do not have some kind of curfew, but few might have, college to college. They will also be telling you about the class schedule. Generally the class schedules are from 8 AM to 5 PM for almost all the colleges, be it IIT and NITs. So ensure that you never miss out your class and pick up extracurricular based on it. Now NCC, NSS and NSO, they are part of the official curriculum. So there will be dedicated day for that, maybe Saturday or some day will be fixed for it. But the good thing to go about IIT and NIT is there will be a lot of clubs. There will be a lot of technological club, making autonomous bot or self-driving cars, or maybe there will be cultural club like quiz club, or maybe there will be like a sports club. So the thing is, if you want to join all of that, all this club activity happens in the evening. So whatever club you join, you ensure that you are not joining too many clubs, because it will take away a lot of your evening time. And if you become someone who sleeps late at night and not waking up on time, then you might miss out these classes as well. So it's important that you pick up a club. So my suggestion is join at least one club. That's good. Two might be difficult. More than that is just not possible to manage. So you can join a club and pick the right NCC, NSO or NSS for you, whatever fits you well. Now in fact many clubs will have trial in the beginning itself. So as I've told you, even for the clubs the trial might get over in the first 1 month. So be mindful of that. You can ask all the details during the orientation program. And once you go to the college, get in touch with the seniors, take guidance from them. So the whole idea is map your first year in the first month itself. Because if you think that okay, JoSAA counseling is over, my work is done, it will be like a school, I'll go to college, I'll sit back, someone will handhold me. No, in college no one will handhold you. You have to do things on your own, or else you will just miss out. So that's how it will be in the college. As a final checklist, so ensure that you have the right documents, you have done the fee payment, you are done with the hostel, and ensure that you attend the orientation as well as apply for all the trials for NSO, NSS or even for the clubs on time. So I hope this video is really helpful to all of you. And if you have any queries, you are unsure that how your college life will be, what kind of club you want to pick, what is the advantage of NCC, NSS, NSO. So you can comment below, we'll definitely get back to you. So we wish you all the best to all of you who have got a seat through JoSAA, and we wish you a very, very good, very, very successful college life ahead. So all the best to all of you.